What's up, collectors? It's your man Fatal. This is episode 25, man. How y'all feeling out there? I got a little treat. It's your man. Fatal. Luke. I am your father. It's playing around. So today we're gonna have some special guests on tonight. Damon Bowie. He is a comic artist. He is the man responsible for that masterpiece behind me, which it cost you $20,000. But I've been knowing Damon Bowie for over a decade. Met him at the C2 Con, and I got some special guests in the back right now waiting. And we have Damon Bowie, my man Sam Crippler, Adam from the Collectors Table, and we got a couple more guys gonna be joining us. Of course, my uncle and Dr. Rashid should be in here in a minute. Special night for me. I'll start at the bottom. Adam, what's going on with you?
Hey man, what's going on? Thanks for having me today, man.
Indeed, man. Adam, me and him are neck and neck, about to hit this 500 mark. He's like probably about 480. I'm at about 490.
You gonna hit it tonight?
So if I hit it tonight, next show I'm gonna be giving out gift cards. And if the KoolNerdz Lounge page hits 500, that's gonna be an extra gift card. So far we're at a $50, $25, and then it's gonna be another $25 gift card if KoolNerdz hits. That also 500 in KoolNerdz Lounge on Facebook. So double 500. I appreciate everybody who tunes in every week, man. I really appreciate it. It makes it a lot more fun when a lot of people in the chat with us, man. So, Crippler, what's going on with you, brother?
Man, excuse me. Man, just chilling. Adam, good to see you again. Bowie, nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
Chat, I'm looking forward to just picking the brain of Bowie, seeing what inspires him and all of that good stuff. Because I can't draw for shit. So I respect anybody who has that talent.
Dig it.
Yep.
All right. How I'm sounding now? Better?
I'm better.
All right. So, without further ado, Mr. Bowie, how you feeling, brother?
I'm hanging in there, brother, as always.
Yeah. All right. So, I want to start tonight off with some pictures. We're gonna start off with some pictures from the comic world of toys, action figures. Dr. Rashid is here right now, but this is a piece that I'm gonna pick up. Definitely want to pick this piece up, man. Have you seen this one? This is a third party company.
Did you get over the jar? I think you said something about the jar.
Say again.
Did you get over the jaw? I think you said that you weren't feeling the jaw or something like that.
Oh no, that was on that Lord of the Rings piece.
Oh, got you. Yeah, no, this one's surprised me. I was like, oh shoot, Hot Toy did a Wesley Snipes, and then it was like, it's not a Hot Toy, my brother. I was like, ah. But yeah, no.
It looks really good for a third party, man. It really does. And while I'm here, my uncle is in the building. What's up,
Uncle?
What's up, people? God bless you guys. How you guys doing?
Good.
What's going on, man?
Good to see you, brother.
We're good, man. It's good to see you guys, man.
Yeah, I want to shout out the people here today. My man Dennis Perez is in the building. How you feeling? Edwin Diaz, man, what's going on? Collectors Entity, how you feeling, brother? MMC Payne, how you feeling? Thank you for being here. Anthony Kennedy, hello. What's going on? Jose Alicia, what's up, brother? What's up? Critical Mass in the building.
What's up, Critical?
Absolutely, man. Late night trip, man. Oh, man, how you feeling, bro? Yeah. X-Men exclusive. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Facebook user, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? If you don't put your name in there, I won't know who it is unless you give permission to stream y'all on Facebook. Gabriel Gutierrez, what's going on? Dr. Rashid is on his way. He went to go see Quantum Realm.
Quantum Mania.
Yeah.
But we know what you mean.
Yeah. Or what's going on? Crippler in two places at one time.
Pop. All my peoples.
Dark side, what's up? Yeah, but I look this up now.
What's the price range on this, Fatal?
It's probably about 199.
900, 950.
Nah, this is action figure.
Stop it.
It's an art print in this Rolodex of art prints that I have of Blade. Yeah. So this is one I'm gonna pick up. I just can't find a company selling it yet. I would think Toys Wonderland will have it.
Or Comic Sanctorum.
Yeah. What's up, Duck Rogers? What's going on? Audio coming in good, y'all?
Yes.
No. All right, cool.
Yeah, sounds better.
All right. So I wanted Rashid to be here when we showed this, but I saw this repaint. Cash and I talked about this, man. This looks really good for a repaint, man. But I'm hearing the repaint like this is upwards of $2,000. Is it worth it?
Really?
Oh yeah, I like how they muted them out a bit.
Yeah. Looks real good, man.
Mm-hmm.
But is it worth it? Would you pay that extra money to get something like this? Repaint.
And then get it repainted? If it was a piece that I like, yeah.
Yeah. Once you get it repainted, it's one of one. Everything. Yes.
Yes, it's one of one, baby.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is a Blade though, but I didn't want to show too many pictures, but this one interested me. This Galactus on throne. It says
that's
quarter
gotcha.
scale.
You heard Payne. Just put Payne comment up so we don't put out misinformation. But they think that was that dude NC Chan's place.
Okay,
Who did
cool,
it?
cool.
Yeah.
So it's just, but it will be a nice repaint. Okay, good photo editing. What's up, Ron Ross?
Ron Ross in the building.
Somebody stated that this was a quarter scale. That's impossible. A quarter scale of Galactus still to be bigger than my house. So this is like 1/20th scale, I would say. But I think it looks pretty dope.
I like the different accessories with it. With the Silver Surfer, it looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked real cool.
Yeah, if that was 1/4, dude.
Can you imagine?
Dude,
that thing gotta be like.
It'll be at least 10 feet tall, minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Probably like 110. That's like 110.
It's not even 1/10, man.
Yeah, right.
It's not 1/10. This is like 1/20th. Yeah.
Dude, I feel like any of our 1/4 would be taller than that.
Because if it was a 1/4, Silver Surfer would have to be able to fit in his hand. A quarter scale Silver Surfer would have to be able to fit in his hand.
Yeah.
So think about that. That's how the magnitude of the size of Galactus.
But he doesn't even look like Galactus. Isn't Galactus like a puff of smoke or something? That's how he was, right? That's Galactus. Like he's just a puff, like a bee swarm or something, like a cloud.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's how.
I think
I've seen it.
They,
It's in a movie.
they did that
It's
in the
real.
movie. They did it like that, but
That's-
that's the way he's supposed to be.
Because they took it off the source material, right?
No, source material.
Out of whack.
That ain't source material. That's trash material, bro.
There we go.
Marvel get a little bit. They kind of play around too much for me. That's why I like DC a little better.
What were they thinking?
Yeah.
I
So
don't know, man.
this was a dope little repaint. Now this is officially a repaint. That I guess somebody showed this 'cause now the XM has shown their version. I think it looked pretty good. I think it's an improvement. On the
Yeah,
back.
well, that's the X for the story type. It's the X-Force Wolverine. So
Yeah, and this is the sideshow Wolverine.
That's
that
the
was
sideshow one painted as.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, it's a good paint. So we got a teaser from LBS.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, man, and you see it's gonna have some multiple head sculpts here, which is nice, man.
We can't really tell much, but are you feeling the bandana or the beast one or the normal traditional one?
I like this from what I'm seeing right here.
That bandana one, it's from the newer version of Wolverine. It's after the Age of Apocalypse. Am I right? When they came out with the new set of Wolverine comics.
You could be. I remember
because he had bone claws with the bandana.
So is it just switch outs for the portraits and the hands, and it's one statue, or is it two different statues?
I think it's probably like two busts, if I had to guess, and then switch out arms and heads, maybe. But I don't know. Like, just going off of what I've seen, it looks like that might be.
It'd be cool if they made one statue, and I mean, it just depends on the pose, I guess. But if they had the switch outs for like the arms and then the head, so you could still pay for one statue and you just got switch outs. But I don't know.
Yeah.
LBS, this is LBS though, right? So they kill it.
You already know they're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
I had PCS on pre-order and I canceled it when I heard LBS was doing it. Yeah. So what you gonna do, Mr. X-Men exclusives? Because you can't go and get every bit of the X-Men in your house, man, at 1/3, bro. That's gonna be crazy. But I like the bone claws, and this is some of the source material that they kind of taking it from. So I'm assuming it's gonna go ahead and they're gonna do the traditional suit, the blue and yellow. Yep. Yeah. So that's that. Let me see. Oh yeah, I saw somebody comparing these two, right? Now,
what's going on there?
The JND is this one, the one to the left.
Okay,
and then you got Queen Studios on the right?
Man, my mama always told me if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it.
And people are, I think ever since we did our KoolNerdz Lounge that one time, we kind of came correct with it, and people are kind of like getting offended by our truth.
Okay,
I don't need the JND boys chasing me tonight.
Wait a second, hold on. No, speak your truth.
Because you already know where I'm coming with this, bro.
I don't think. Okay, I think the Queen Studios was about 11, 12. Is it worth it to pay $2,600 for this one for that face?
No.
Which one is the JND one?
The one of JND is the one.
Don't tell them. Just to see which one the best. I like the one on the left, whatever one that one is.
Well, I'll just tell you right in my personal opinion, if I can, I'll tell you that I like Christian Bale a lot. I think he's one of the best Batman that ever played in a movie. But I don't like either one of these these portraits. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. He looks
I missed your mic is going like low and high.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's just going in and out
Yeah.
But I for the bank, I got the Queen Studios. I don't think it's a reason for me to get the JND. That's just my opinion. I just
got to pause to say what up to brother Rashid. What's up, Rashid?
What's up, Dark Rashid in the building?
Peace.
What's up, Dark Rashid?
This again is
Peace, Redeemer, my brother.
This is Queen again.
My brother, man.
In the suit.
My brother that's not afraid to bust his
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Man, keeping it real goes right
Yes,
and
sir.
wrong.
So
you already know.
Queen look like the suit. I like it.
The suit's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
see that photo looks fine there because you're looking down, you're not really seeing them.
Yeah, and that's how it's gonna be displayed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for the price, I just think it's more than half off. It's almost 60% cheaper.
I like that right there. Like if
Well,
that's how it's gonna be displayed.
Me personally, no offense, no.
Why you keep saying? Don't say no offense.
All right, let me keep it 100.
Offend me, baby.
Look, you know how I feel about that JND. That face sculpt is horrible.
Yeah.
He looks like Alfred the Butler. He looks like that dude that worked in that Charlie's Angels movie. He doesn't look like Christian Bale whatsoever. Now, the one on the right, you can see some similarities. It's a little bit pale.
He looked like a
but-
young Ronald Reagan and shit.
Right. It's kind of it's kind of pale. It's kind of faded. But but the similarities fall more to the one on the right than the one on the left. The one on the left, man, yo, that needs work. Like that needs bad work.
For 2,600, it definitely need work.
It definitely needs work. If you're gonna pay 2,600, you need to get your money's worth. I'm a person that I believe in bang for your buck for what you're gonna get.
Well, let me ask you a question. I guess brother Fado's getting this. Is anybody else getting a JND piece in? Anybody out the panel?
I think Fado is.
I was thinking about getting that Wonder Woman, but I don't think so now. I just find
that I have no disrespect to anybody who likes JND. I'm not, I just find their pieces
the same
boring.
way.
I just find their pieces boring. I don't see anything.
They're like static poles. Am I right, Dard Rashid?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just don't see anything. 26 when I could get something else. Nah. There's too much things out there that you know what it is? When somebody comes into your home and they see a collection, you could tell the pieces when they're like, "Oh, that's crazy." You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't strike me as that type of piece that will get that attention. Even though I know you buying things for your attention, for you to like. I just find that their pieces are very, very boring.
Yeah,
correct.
Correct. I don't find anything exciting. But now the Infinity Heath Ledger. Now if I walk in, I see that, then I'm gonna be like, okay, now I'm gonna give props to that. But JND pieces to me in a whole, to me, are very boring.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I see that ecstatics me with over those pieces.
Yeah.
But
right.
For those who like them, I'm not. Just my opinion. So
correct. If you like it or love it, that's how I feel.
I mean, instead of getting a JND, I'd rather get a Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I feel you.
I spend 2,600. How much does a Hot Toys go for? Four?
200 to 300.
All right, 3.
Well, how much? I think it was like 275. Yeah.
How many Hot Toys can you get for 2,600?
Come on, a lot.
Right. I'd rather go with a Hot Toy, especially when it comes to the Star Wars. I'd rather go with Hot Toys and just have that display than deal with a JND. I mean,
I'll tell you this. Am I coming in a little clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so I never seen a JND. I was talking about this a little bit yesterday on the show. I never seen a JND in person. I was trying to get some opinions from the guys that seen pictures and then seen JNDs in person. The thing that I can't wrap my head around, and I'm not, for me, I like to give every statue company the kind of benefit of the doubt. But my biggest thing is that it costs for the cost. And I'll give you an example, okay? I just did a Predator review. I love Predator, if you can't tell behind me, right? Anyway, I love Predator, and I spend $3,000 on this Predator statue. That shit's like 35 inches, okay? It's 35 inches, and it's got a bunch of swap outs. So you're telling me for a couple $100 more, it's just hard for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That it's
exactly.
It's a simple statue. I get it. Okay, medical grade silicone. I don't know if medical grade silicone. I don't know the cost of these things. It's just hard for me to justify that price. But again, I haven't seen one, so I don't know.
But you get
They gotta get Shaniqua from the Bronx.
Right now, you got more bang for your buck with that Predator. I guarantee you, walk in there with that Christian Bale or that Wonder Woman,
put it next to that,
and put it next to that Predator. People gonna go to the Predator and say, "Yo, this is crazy."
Yeah,
but that's the point, Rashid. Because for me, it's like,
so boring.
And they seem like a lot of work to keep up with. Like you got to worry about, like, I guess they sweat. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. You know what I see when I see a Wonder Woman JND? I remember seeing my sister's dolls, Barbie dolls, and she had the Ken house. She had the Ken. I mean the Barbie house, and I remember her playing with the doll, combing their hair. That's what I think a JND is a Barbie doll.
But here's the thing too. They must be doing something right. And I'm Rashid. I was saying it yesterday. I kind of agree with you, but they're doing something right because they sell out. every
Hold
time
on.
almost,
Yeah.
right?
They
Well,
don't sell
Are they
out.
selling
sell
out or
through. Sell out
distributors
and sell
buying
through.
them?
But-
Two
Are they
different
selling
things.
out or distributors buying them?
But guess what?
And then selling
them
them.
ugly red boots selling out. It's all hype, right?
Yeah, it's hype.
Somebody wear them
Yeah.
ugly red boots that's famous. Everybody doing it. A
Oh
high-end
yeah.
shoe
I've been seeing
collector
those red boots.
put it
go
on
around.
their channel,
Yeah.
and then everybody like, oh man, it's the best thing since sliced bread. And if you
Right.
say anything about it, they come out like LeBron fans.
Yeah, it's because every.
Are they?
I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to go there.
Are they selling out or distributors saying, "Give me a bulk of these"? Just like I could do a bunch of hot toys.
Exactly.
Give me all of these, and now I'm going to sell in my store and get a certain price for.
I'm not a
You know what I'm
LeBron fan.
Are people ordering them where they selling out? I don't see that.
What
I
are
see
those?
people
What are those ESs usually? Like usually, what are the
Duck
ESs? of
Rod
a
is
JND
crazy.
fleet? Does anybody know?
Hey, Fredo, what's the ES on those JNDs? What do they run for usually? That's what he's asking.
I've seen upwards of 1,000, but most of the time, like what, that 300 to 500. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hey, let me tell you again. Like, I would like to see one. I just never seen one. But if you're selling 300 of that stuff, you're still killing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
my biggest problem with JND is the price, because look is subjective, material is subjective. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's bad, because it might, somebody who really likes it is gonna buy it.
They
and
might love
enjoy
it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, I could speak for myself, like, but for me, like when I'm collecting, I'm trying to collect the hero,
Even
like the
collect-
mantle, not the actor, right? So when I see more of the actor in it than the piece, like that's a Kristen Bell. I don't see like Batman. If I'm collecting Batman, I want a Batman. Me personally, I don't want Christian Bale unless he transforms so hard that he looks just like a Batman.
Yeah.
But like, so that's where I go with JND. But I don't have no problem with it. I just don't. It's just not for me, because I don't think, for me personally, the price justified the product, and I never seen one that I really would just be like, I gotta have. And my current way I'm collecting. But if I was to do movie pieces, JMB would be the first pieces that I'll be looking into, because they make a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
But that's not where I'm at with my collection or mentally. So like for me, it's just.
Well, look at the Lord of the Rings girl, the thing that they did, and how much they asked for that piece. That 26 for what? That
that's
piece
crazy,
is
man.
boring as
Yeah,
hell.
that's
I'd rather
that's
get
little
a
much.
I'd rather get the Prime One Sauron, and have that. That piece 2,600 for that boring bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And I'm just
while
being
we,
real careful, because there was JND boys waiting outside my job. I couldn't go outside till
listen.
the cops came out.
Ripper,
So I'm like, I ain't trying to have it.
Hit me up next time.
I'll hit you up next, because I was just like, yo, that big dude with the glasses they talk about that be in the streams, I think I see him. And I was like, nah, good.
So we
good. I
come
love
up-
JND.
I just,
JND's great.
We're gonna touch on this a little harder next week.
I
want to go around the panel real fast, and I just want to give your score out of a 10. I'm gonna start off with Darth Rashid, since he was fresh to see it. Just your score.
Start.
Just your score.
Oh,
Just your score.
because
Because we're gonna talk about it next week.
all right.
I got so much to say
give
about
it.
this movie.
I'll give it about a 6,
Okay.
6.5.
Cool.
Let me just say something. If it wasn't for Kane, I wouldn't care for this goddamn
Exactly.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crippler, your score. Because we're gonna get into
Yo,
it next week. Next week.
X-Men exclusive got it. That's what I said last week, and I'm sticking to it. 4 out of 10. Oh, and those 4 points are just because of Jonathan Majors. Now, I did like, we can talk about it more. 4 out of 5 for now.
We're gonna get into this, Dow.
I'm at 4 out of 10 right now. My bad.
And collect.
Maybe I'll go
Adam,
back to
you
5.
seen it?
I'll go 5.
I haven't seen it yet.
All right, I
and-
gave it a 5.
And I probably just because of everybody's score, I'll probably wait to see that.
Exactly.
Yo,
I
can I
gave
say
it
something
5.
fatal?
Yeah.
What's her last name? Pfeiffer, right?
Michelle
for
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffers.
No,
That's actor.
she's still.
Yeah.
Get it?
She's still good.
And I was looking at it like, if I saw her and she was my next door neighbor, I would give it to her.
Dude, I wish I would have aged with her. Like she was my. I could age with you forever.
She still can get it. She still can.
Yeah.
So I gave
Michelle
that.
Pfeiffer.
I gave it a 5. Jonathan Majors was the saving grace for that movie. I think they should have let him have a little bit more of the screen, because that dude can flat out act. And I'm excited about the Kang Dynasty, because I do think this dude can carry the role, but the movie was lukewarm, and I gave it a 5. And next week we're gonna really dig into it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he can act, but Kang was weak. Spoiler alert.
So without further
Nah.
ado,
we talk after this backstage.
I got you. I got you.
yeah, we're gonna start off what we here for tonight. My man, Damon Bowie, man. Special.
Oh wait, you got to go to Cash's comment because that's straight up for Rashid. He's still at it, Rashid, talking about your Sama.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna hold my thoughts after Brother Fatal talk on Cash's.
Damon Bowie is I call him a world-renowned artist, and I got at least have 100 pieces from him over the years. It feels like.
Yeah.
I've been knowing Damon for over a decade. I think I met him at the 2012 C2E2 comic book convention. This is a real good brother, like myself and like my uncle, a Christian brother. He does a lot of Marvel, DC, Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, and I like his style of art. You know what I mean? He is the man responsible for the family portrait behind me. And without further ado, Damon, introduce yourself to the peoples.
How's it going, fellas? Damon Bowie here. Just a humble artist, trying to scratch out a living.
Okay. We're gonna start going through pictures. This is the other picture that he done for my family. I was so pleased with this. So I had 2 prints done for Christmas 2018, I believe. So I shot him an idea, and he commissions, but not normally. Like I said, 20,000. Nah. But he just took a bunch of photos. He just said, "Hey, give me your concept," and he was able to do this for me. But I've been friends with Damon for a long time, and he really took this home. And when I presented these to my family for Christmas, my daughters, my wife, they were just ecstatic, man. And it's a great talking piece when somebody comes to your house. We got this in the living room, this picture right here. And everybody's like, "Man, oh my God." And they be like, "How much is that, man?" About 200-300. And I'll be like, "Yeah, okay."
How big is it? How big is it? A big like
this
painting,
one is
or?
This one is done. He done on canvas. And he can Damon can explain how he do his art, but this one was blown up to I think a 30 by 48, 32 by 48. I think that's
large.
the size. Yeah. So this one and the one you see behind me. So this is our Wakanda theme, and then we have our superhero theme. So I appreciate him for that all the time, man. And this is the other one. Yeah, man. I really appreciate it.
They look cool, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's even better when you can include your family and then the kids see it, because I got 3 kids too, man. So, if the kids enjoy it, not just yourself, it's always cool to have like your family included. So I think it looks good.
Yeah. So we're going to get into some art over the years, man. We got Snow White. What year was this, Damon?
That was, oddly enough, this comes from a collection I did that got me into the game. I was doing, my vision at the time was to do a series of iconic characters from different genres of the history, the pantheons, the mythology, legends, and then re-envision them in a way that I thought was going to be a little more interesting than the stuff that and I don't mean to disparage it. The point is that you get inspired by something and then you see it a little bit differently, and so that was the whole point of that book. And I did 30 different characters from, like I said, crossing all genres, and I just re-envisioned them in the way how I would have done it. And so this was a seminal piece. I believe this was actually the second piece I did in that series, which were compiled in an art book that we released in 2011. And that book sold out. And so I've been working on volume 2, which is going to be 120 characters, not featuring any of the ones that I did in the first book. So it's been a minute. because we've been very busy. But that was the origin of that particular piece in that series.
Cool, man. It's a nice piece. Loki. And I'm showing some of your earlier pieces going into the new ones.
Yeah, those are pieces I did for this one in particular was for some trading card work I did. We had been scouted by Upper Deck and Fleer in San Diego one year. And this was after years of trying to get on with, sequential comics and what have you. But I was already working as a professional artist in a company here in New Orleans that produced Mardi Gras. And effectively, it was when I stopped looking for that kind of work, already to essentially, comfortable in my own space is all of a sudden when they come knocking. And so we did a bunch of sketch card work, some trading card work, one sheets, and it was great to have access to that that tick on your resume. But there's a lot about that process that isn't necessarily expedient for some other things that I wanted to do. So we grew outside of that box.
Nice.
Oh, that's.
I got this piece. I think I got a couple of Batman Beyonds. You did more than one, right?
Yeah. I've got about 4, and that's way back, man.
This is way back. Yeah, it's way back.
There he is.
Neil Jordan.
Who's your favorite character to do?
My favorite character is Batman. Period. Hands down. I don't know. It's the energy that how stoic. We were talking about the statues and how they don't have some of the designs don't have a lot of movement, but there could be so much said with just a stoic stance. And I like drawing Batman in action, but mostly it's about how organic the dread that you can feel, particularly when the pose is inspiring. That type of dread that he's meant to strike, and I think is an aspect of Batman that a lot of artists they formulate it in many different ways, but there's not a consistency. So, for instance, I don't care for Bat 66. I don't like anything with Batman smiling in it. To my mind, it's not who he is as a character from the beginning. We're going to forget about that whole middle part and get to the Neil Adams Dark Knight, and that was my earliest memory of Batman, was actually Neil Adams bringing the Dark Knight back to where he was supposed to be. And whether we get tired of the origin story, the fact is that that's what built arguably the greatest complex character that exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
For Marvel, that's my favorite character is the Punisher. For a lot of the same reasons why Batman is. It's a complex character. There's a psyche there that's beyond scarred. But I think we can all find a little catharsis in what both he and Batman are faced with. And oddly enough, I started sketching another Punisher today that I think is going to be a part of this Marvel Masterpieces that we'll be looking at for mid-year. But he's one of those cats that just they continue the catharsis that you find in how you represent them. And I like the little Easter eggs. For instance, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he's standing in front of bay doors, the Genco Olive Oil Company, and that Easter egg has eluded most folks, even folks who bought this piece. And I'm going to throw it out. Does anyone know what that's an allusion to? Other than Chris, because I know he probably knows.
I'll be quiet. You guys go ahead. I think I know.
I don't.
All right. So if you remember in The Godfather, when they first come to America, his first legitimate business, a shell company, was Genco Olive Oil. And in this, not to get too deep, but the issue for me is that when in these movies, when we're creating all of this, all these visuals and all of this rogue gallery of characters, Frank Castle needs no one but the mob, and the mob could be nameless and faceless. All it has to be is the mob, because that's who he's going after. The jigsaws and all this other nonsense. The kingpin, not so much, but you literally have an endless supply of bad guys to kill with just the mob and all the versions of the mob. And so I think that these are the elements that they miss a lot in other interpretations of the art form. But I wanted to do that because the very first mob family that we all had in Americana was the Corleone family, who started the Genco Olive Oil Company. So that's for folks who know, that's a little Easter egg.
Hey, Bowie, Beast 51 is asking, can you buy these?
Yeah. So, some of these things that you see on here, you definitely can. I'm not really set up at the moment to, you can hit me up on the Facebook page, which I'm sure that Theta will be able to give you guys later. And then message me about what you saw. Right now, we're in the midst of retooling the website because we're moving to an exclusive model. So as collectors, you guys could appreciate that sometimes the rarity of something will give it a lot more value. We've experienced that going into late last year, into this year. But
I'm all about rarity.
Yeah. So at this stage, a lot of the stuff you're seeing right now is available because it predates our exclusive model. But yeah, anything you saw, just reach out and
yeah, and y'all can reach out to me, and I can get you in touch with them. If y'all in the KoolNerdz, or you can shoot me a message. For those who know me on Facebook, but I definitely link you up and see what he got available. He will be at the con in Chicago coming up, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that as well. But
yeah, then you got missteps like this one. So I'm not a big anime guy. My kids are all in anime and hardcore, and I never wanted to do that art form in a way that was dishonest about me and my process. So I always saw them as I've always said that anime as an art was more of a style but not a discipline. And so in other words, it's not something that you can draft or draw from and say, follow this model done by this artist who works in the anime form, and you'll develop the skills you need to illustrate anything. Because everything that we are taught to disobey about good art is present in anime. So my goal here was to take obviously the popular trope of Dragon Ball Z, but to do a more realistic version of it. And we sold a bunch of these, probably not in any cogent way. I think it was more about content than it was about the style. But I learned that this miscue, particularly for that fan base, was not something that they were appreciating. And so we actually went back and I redrafted this to be more in taking with the Dragon Ball Z style.
Let me ask you a question, if I can, real quick.
Sure.
Do you think, and this might be a dumb question, I don't know. I can't draw for the life of me. I can't draw anything. Do you think people, everybody has natural like talents and stuff like that, but do you think people are just born naturally good drawers? I don't even know if I said that right, but like they could just draw good naturally? Or do you think somebody that can't draw can draw this good eventually?
I don't believe that. So simple answer is I believe you're born with this ability.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's more forensic than that, because essentially you can. I've trained and mentored some people, and they either had it or they didn't.
Yeah.
And this is over 30 years of mentoring other artists and some so-called artists, where they start to build a body of work, and there's an organic process to understanding It doesn't mean that you have ability. What it means is that you have some of the hallmarks that suggest to another artist. And so it's a weird thing to talk about, because you said that you can't draw, right? And so it essentially would be me trying to tell a woman how to be a woman.
It's almost like your brain. It's almost like your brain. People that know how to draw, or artistic people, know, like, their brain is just wired a little different, and that's just the way they're born. I don't know, but I don't.
Yeah, no, like, even in all different type of art too, like you can have the gift, and then when somebody has experience in that gift, you can guide it. Like, you can help guide what they talent that's already there. But it's so hard. You starting at such a negative. Like, if I was to try and draw, and I've tried and I suck at it, you got to try so hard just for it to be decent. It's like, it's so hard, dude, to do.
And it's a little more scientific than that as well, because this is a misnomer that a lot of folks have about artistic ability, and it runs across the gamut, irrespective of genre. So it could be musician, it could be actual practical painting, drawing, sculpting. That there's a window where there's an aspect in your brain, in your cerebral cortex, that is gifted towards motor skill. And if that's not developed between 8 and 11, some folks say as late as 13, then you never develop the draftsmanship skills to actually take what talent you have, what God-given natural ability you have, and exploit that. Because the ability to draft and render is done in that window. And if you don't catch it in that window, there's a great likelihood you will never be the artist that you could have been had you been practicing in those years. And it goes to muscle memory. So as much as you can ascribe to talent, you also have to ascribe it to muscle memory that's created by the constant drawing and practicing. And it's simple as your stroke. A few years ago, they had they called it Sports Science, featured Drew Brees on it. And they wondered why he was the most accurate passer in the history of the NFL. And the reason is because of muscle memory. So when he threw 10 out of 10 balls at a target, he hit a square inch area consistently 10 times. And we're talking about the exact fingerprint of the tip of the ball. So there was no variation in each of the 10 tries. They then took an Olympic archer and they had him shoot at the same target. He hit the target 7 out of 10 times, but not in the same area twice. Well, because it doesn't require muscle memory to actually pull the bow and aim it and shoot it at the target, but it does to throw the football to a designated spot. Brees hit that same spot 10 out of 10 times in 1,000% in a quarter of an inch, the same area. And that's all muscle memory. Yep. Is he talented? Yes, but it's as much muscle memory as it is talent.
You ever draw Spawn before?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that.
Oh, nice.
I got a question for you, Damon.
Yeah.
For the people out there, what first inspired you, or was it just something that you just woke up one day and started doing? Was it an artist? What was it?
It was actually my uncle. I came from a family of 2 generations of artists, and I never forget, I was walking in the kitchen one day and my uncle was at the kitchen table and he was drawing, and I said, I stood over his shoulder, which he hated, and he asked me if I needed something, and I said, yeah, I need to know if that's something that I can do. He says, well, it runs in the family because your grandfather is also an artist. So sit down. He gave me a pencil, and he told me to draw Mickey Mouse. And he ignored me for a few minutes, and then he casually looked up, and he said, "Wait a minute." He said, "You drew that without any aid. You didn't use any templates. You didn't even have anyone tell you what to draw or lay down the model for you." And I said, "No, I just saw it in my head." And this goes to Adam's question, which was, I just kind of knew. And like he knew when he saw the Mickey Mouse that I drew, he knew, wow, okay, he's got it. And so that propelled me all through life. Now I had a very weird association with art, in that I didn't see anybody functionally working in art in my family or in my immediate environment. But I was always drawing, and I even had a father who would tell me that this was a pipe dream. And I sit here today, 53 years old, having done this since the age of 16, having worked as an artist my whole career. So my father has passed on, but wherever he is, he can hear me say, "I laugh last."
You got a question in the chat. This is some artsy question.
What's
some
your
of the medium
stuff
used?
that you're seeing for this medium started out with pen and ink. I came to digital fairly late in my career, but I used to like the hand feel of paper and pen to paper, pencil to paper, and I started to do these line drawings, and then I would scan them so for to have a digital version of it, and then I started playing around with Photoshop, and so a lot of these early pieces are painted in Photoshop from a pen and ink drawing that was scanned. As we get later into some of the pieces, they effectively are by necessity. I came kicking and screaming into the digital age, where I developed an iPad and the Procreate app, where I started to paint and not render. And anyone who has seen my any of my videos on Facebook will notice that my process starts. I do a very scratchy, rough drawing, and then I just go straight to paint. That's what years of muscle memory will do when you don't necessarily have the time to start to lay out a foundation, and you already see the roadmap. It's already in your head. But so this piece, for instance, Rocket and Groot, this piece was a full digital render from its inception, the color palette and everything else. I had to, I was forced to essentially work in the digital media so that I could get the range that I needed. And this and a couple of other early ones like this were the genesis of what I was to become in a digital format.
Okay. Hey, what do you call your style?
Well, I've heard people say hyperrealism. I guess you can call it that. I don't play towards a cartoony style. I actually got away from pen and ink and hard black line for that reason, is because it could be to the untrained eye, it could come across as cartoony. And I'm not disparaging cartoony; it's just not my bag.
Facts.
Yeah, well, I'll just default to what most folks say. They say hyperrealism. They can call it that, and a lot of that's based on the color palette. I don't paint in a traditional way. My theory isn't the same as when folks are going to school and what they're taught about monochromatisms and and how they build a base with a single tone. Oddly enough, I work in grayscale with every piece I do. So whether it comes out in color or whether I leave it grayscale, I start in grayscale, but my palette is to incite the visual, not necessarily to be naturalistic. And so that's also why that also may be why they call it hyperrealism.
And this was a sketch you did on the cover, right?
Yeah, that was actually I was sitting at a table in San Diego, and I had a guy walk up and asked me for he didn't want Heath Ledger, but he wanted a Heath Ledger-esque Joker, and so I did this in Copic, probably about 30-40 minutes.
Okay, Heath Ledger-esque.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go, Adam.
It's my uncle thing and Adam thing. Both of them like this.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
See, I like how you do all the colors that pop, man, with most of your pieces.
I love the colors he chooses.
I'm noticing his shadowing. His shadowing is really good too. Like the
Mhm.
way he does his shadowing.
Yeah,
But-
and the paper that he printed on, it's going. You still use that gloss, right? Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all we're doing now is the 16 point with the UV gloss.
Oh, that makes
And,
it pop, right?
The shadowing and so that's a concert of things that, to my mind, if art, particularly in these, if these don't create drama when you see them, I'm not giving anything to the viewer. And the number one way you accomplish that is by what we call spotting black. And so that's why my blacks are black. They're not shades of a darker skin tone. They're black. And the starkness of black with contrast to the color palette, I think creates drama. And whether you know that's what's serving you or not, it's more or less irrelevant because it's actually speaking to a deeper part of people when they see that drama in the art. And it's also a sale technique because it appeals to us on a level that's very base. And so even while you're not aware that that's what's happening, that's what's happening.
I love the
No,
way
that makes perfect
sense. It's
sense.
there, you know.
I don't even think I don't even like I wouldn't even thought about all that, but you put it into perspective where that's how I know that your brain is just wired different in a good way. You just got an artistic view that we think we view things different, but you can put it on paper, which is cool.
Well, he's a Prince fan too. So
he's the biggest Prince fan.
Yeah.
Biggest
So
Prince fan.
I get to have these conversations with Damon all the time at the booth, and it's crazy. I come over there, man, and at least 3-4 hours of my con is spent just sitting there talking with him because his knowledge, man, the way he is able to articulate, it's you just sit there and you just listen, man. It's like, you know,
Next level.
You just listen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got this piece.
That piece, that was when they first announced the Black Panther. I actually did the vibranium set of trading cards, and I knew that they were going to manage they were going to manage the style guides and all of that stuff, and they actually opened it up to more of the movie style guide for the uniform. But I came up with the classic Black Panther, the Christopher Priest era, when the comic was relaunched under Marvel Knights, and I always liked this look. So it's the one I went for. They rejected it because they were going in a different direction, both in the comic and in the movie. But it started to seem that everything that they were aimed at the time was going to be geared towards merchandising from what the movie was going to present.
Yeah, I love it. Now, you've done a few of these Immortals.
Yeah.
What made you start getting into this?
Well, the Immortals as a concept is, I thought of all these people. You know, people say the 27 Club, and it's the biggest misnomer because not all of those musicians who are gone from us too soon died at 27. A good amount of them did, but
wow.
I thought I initially saw the carbon base that we all represent, right? And so the how infinite that aspect of our lives, which are fleeting, are versus the thing that none of us probably are going to escape, and that's death. So I saw this symbol first, and then the legacy of each musician lives on. You know, we're talking about Prince. The other day I was in the car driving back from Springfield, and I put on Tidal and literally went from day one to the last thing he dropped in that whole drive. And here it is, what we're 7 years since him passing away, and the music and what it says to me is as relevant now as it was when I heard it the very first time. And so these people continue to live on, and that's why they're immortal. And so the first vision was to see a lineup of people who are basically serving as a team of immortals, all based on their immortality through their music. And so the first one was not this one; it was actually Immortals Blue.
I think I got it in here. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, it had Jimi Hendrix as the primary, and then the flanking on either side in descending order, through no order of importance, particularly to me. But it's just that aesthetically it worked, and so and so Bob Marley in this one works because his hair works as a big feat, right? And so
Amy Winehouse in there, Tupac, Elvis.
Yeah, Winehouse, Cash, Stevie Ray.
Nice.
Oops. He who shall not be named. My bad.
You see that?
Shout out to the Harry Potter fans.
He got a lot of pieces like this where two pieces come together. Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
That's
dope.
Okay.
That's cool.
You pretty much do all the big heavyweights in horror.
Yes.
Yeah. And these all are licensed by the firm that owns these properties. So I did these because, of course, these were my childhood and good, scary fun. And
that's my boy right there, Freddy Krueger.
I was at New York Comic Con, and a guy walks up and he says, "Hey, how much would you charge me to put these on T-shirts?" And I said, "We don't do those on T-shirts, my man. I don't own this. I own the art, but I don't own the intellectual property." And he says, "Well, no, that you didn't answer my question. How much would you charge for me to use this artwork to put on T-shirts?" I said, "I want no part of that, because the first thing is you're gonna get shut down. They're gonna come for me." And he says, "Well, they won't come looking for me because I am he. I own these. I just want to know if I could turn your artwork into T-shirts." And so, needless to say, that was a great deal.
Nice.
What's up, Dante?
Dante in the building.
This is cool.
Is that Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
And look at the body split in the back.
Yeah.
So subtle with the sunlight coming through it.
That's nice. That is really
like
nice.
He just landed from cutting that thing in half.
Wow. That's so cool, man.
And that's the thing I like about anime is how cinematic it is. And again, as an art form, it's somewhat disreputable to me because it doesn't obey some of the things that constitute discipline. But the fact that it's wily and it's kind of an open world approach to art, and it doesn't obey some laws, and I like that about it. And that's what I found, and I really dug about Attack on Titan.
My daughter's
Damon.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Fede. You can say.
No, I just said my daughter's a big fan of Attack on Titan.
This looks crazy right here. I really like
Damon.
it.
I was going to ask you just a question. Would it be possible, or are you even possibly thinking about it, I know, like you said, that's not your forte for the anime, but would you happen to do a piece of from Bleach? I'm just a huge fan of it, and I'm just wondering if ever will that cross your mind.
Yeah, I've done Ichigo twice, in fact. And so,
You have.
Yeah.
If you have those pieces, bring them.
Definitely.
I bring them. I want it.
All right. So that Edward Scissorhands that you just passed, we just had a legal issue. That was a piece I did all for me, and
beautiful.
I always thought he was I guess I relate to these guys that seem to have this this stoicism, and they're kind of misunderstood because no one understands their nature. And I did this piece. It's called Paper Hearts, the ultimate and unrequited. So, you know, as artists, we create stuff because it's our way of showing love, and the best thing that you can return to us is love for the art, right? And so Edward never really had that opportunity because of the tragedy of his hands never being completed and added to him. And so so this image actually went out and it got licensed, and now among t-shirt vendors is the most stolen image of privately held artwork. And so I have an agreement with T Public to publish this on shirts, and they police that license very heavily. So it's interesting to see it and to see the impact of it, because it is a crazy seller. But some of the other t-shirt companies found out, and they started harvesting the image for their own. And so it is powerful, because this is about an 11-year-old piece, and it is still hitting today, just as it was when it was first released.
Nice. It's beautiful, especially with that grayscale, with that heart that pops.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start going a little quicker through some pictures, because I want to get to your newer stuff. Love this piece. I got this. This is a good one.
That's a good one too. I like that one a lot.
I like grayscale. That's why I went with that family photo for the Black Panther like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Voltron.
Oh, Voltron. Let's go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like this one too. Come on now.
They look like they're about to play.
Hey, this you right here, Adam.
Yeah, it looks cool.
You just got those two pieces here back to back, right?
Yeah, that's right.
They're like, let's just talk about it. But why are we always fighting?
Rashid. Yeah.
Darth Maul.
Captain America. Chris Evans is coming to C2E2.
Oh yeah.
Look, my uncle and I went to get autographs today, and I got mine, and he didn't. They sold out.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So I apologize for that, you know.
No, I'm not too heartbroken about it. You know me.
Yeah. This is cool.
My favorite American.
This is pretty cool, man. Abraham Lincoln. Now this one, I really like this one.
That one's cold-blooded. I like that.
Yeah, that's for the AVP set that we did. Paramount. We did some work with Paramount on a trading card set, and it was equally Predator, equally Xenomorph, and I really enjoyed doing this piece.
Damn, Fatal, how many pieces do you have him do of you?
I don't know, man. So that's a little thing in the community. They starting to somebody made a thing with me and Prince next to each other.
Yeah. Let your hair grow out a little bit, man.
There you go.
Yeah. So I guess Prince You know, my mom used to tell me, Prince.
Here we go.
My father. Yeah.
You will. Oh shit! Somebody going down. One should rise, one should fall.
Now, this is some of my favorite stuff that you do.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is dope. That's a very dynamic piece right there.
Ninja Turtles is some of the favorite stuff for you to do.
Yeah, and here's the funny part. So, was in Turtle Guy growing up, and the odd thing is when I decided to start doing anime, I was talking to my kids, and being big anime buffs, I said, what could I do? And they start naming this obscure stuff, and I said, well, what about the turtles? And they laughed me out of the room. They said, turtles are not anime. I said, well, they're kind of like the same thing, right? And they would know. So I had, other than knowing the colors of the mask and the names, I had nothing vested with the turtles. But oddly enough, this is what actually kind of put me on the map. I did a set, which I only intended to do Raphael because he was my favorite.
That's my favorite too.
Leonardo over here.
And I did
Leonardo.
I did one, and I went to a con in St. Louis, and people naturally asked when I did the Raphael if I was doing the other three. I said, oh, okay, whatever. So I did the three, and I was in St. Louis, and I was setting up my table, and I went to put stuff from setup underneath the table, and I looked under the tablecloth, and I could see there were all these feet in front of my table, and so I popped my head, and literally there were 6 across and about 10 deep, and I was like, "What the heck is going on here?" And they all wanted the same thing. I hadn't developed a price. I just figured they were out just to get attention. Well, they got attention, and I sold 130 sets of 4 individual turtles, so they were sold each that weekend. And man, that was And so it started to become a thing where I was called the Turtle Guy. Now I would have much rather been called the Batman Guy, but turtles it is.
Whew.
It could be a lot worse, right?
This that heat right here. And you
I got that one.
2 of these.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I got that bad boy. I jumped on that one.
Yes, sir. This was that heat right here. Love this.
That's cool.
I got that one.
Huh. Boy, you talking about some nostalgia right here.
Yeah, I used to watch that cartoon.
Love
That
this
one's good
piece.
too. Wow.
Got this one. Love it.
Look at that one. That one's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's a buff Power Ranger right there, son. He'll knock you out.
It went any other way.
Mm-hmm. Right, Piggy? That Voltron was dope. What up, Michael Rabin?
I think this green one was my favorite of the Rangers.
Go Speed Racer, go.
That's cool.
Labyrinth. Yeah.
Oh, Labyrinth, right? I was about to say Dark Crystal.
That was a great movie.
Absolutely, yes.
It was a great movie, yeah.
I never saw that movie.
Wow.
You got to see it, brother.
Man,
Vader's my second favorite thing to draw. Batman, Vader.
I am your father.
That one's dope.
The colors are so vibrant, man. My favorite turtle.
Yes, sir.
My favorite turtle.
Yeah. So I love this purple though. It's popping.
Yeah.
That purple pop's real nice.
All these is nice.
All of them are cold blooded, man.
Another Mortals piece. And another. So you did.
That one's nice too.
You did the one with Biggie as well. Yeah, pop. Easy. Yeah.
That Jam Master J is right. Easy E.
Jam Master J.
Easy E Tupac. Who's the one in the far right?
That is MCA from the Beastie Boys.
Oh
yeah. Oh man. So what do you call this guy?
That's the GOAT.
That's all I wanted to
hear. Scottie Pippen's the GOAT.
Yeah.
No, Steve Kerr. If it wasn't for Steve Kerr, though.
Yeah. Ooh, these pieces are real.
Kidding.
Those pieces are nice. That whole collaboration. Miles. Look at that, man. Right look at that. That's stunning, man.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter would really like that.
Well, you know, he might have this available.
Hey, go back for a second, Fatal. Let me show my daughter. She just walked up on us. Look at that. No, the one before that. You like that? And she's smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, that's John Wick is dope. I think I got another John Wick in here. Yeah, that Voltron Fatalism, yes. That.
Is it the one that Damon did with the bullets?
Yeah, I think I got it in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, just holler at me and go back and watch the full stream, man.
Ooh, I like
you'll
that
see all these prints. It's so much I can't stop and talk in length about every last one of them because we'll be on here. But
Damon be coming with the heat, man.
Well,
every time at the con, we gotta stop. We gotta stop and be like, "Oh man, I don't got this piece." Yeah. Even me and Fatal talk to each other. We'll be like, "Yo, did we pick this one up?" I was like, "I don't remember." Let's buy it again.
You know what's crazy about this piece though? With all this black, you can still see that shadow perfectly.
Yes.
He mentioned that contrast. That's the thing, because black's the opposite of light. So any color you put there is just gonna pop, and it's extreme. That's why I love OLED TVs.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how to draw, man.
Tony Montana was dope.
Look at that. Oh my God. Godfather.
This one's so beautiful.
Yeah, Arch, that Venom and Carnage was sick.
Love this piece. The Sith.
That looks dope.
Mm-hmm.
I got this one.
T'Challa.
Yeah, we got that one. We jumped on that one.
Love this piece. Now, what time frame are we in right now, Damon? What year are we in?
I did that piece about 2018, 2019.
Okay.
And it technically has never been released.
Yeah, it's nice. This one's cool, man.
Damn,
look at that one.
This one real cool. Did you pick this one up, Chris?
No, I didn't pick that one up. I picked up Dark Revan. As a matter of fact, I picked Dark Revan twice because I was like, yo. It was one of those instances I had to get it twice, man.
Silver Surfer is dope. Shaka. Well, let's holler at the man, y'all. He's gonna be at the C2E2 this year, March 31st through April 2nd.
Look at that. That's dope.
All 3 days.
That kind of reminds me, Damon. That one kind of reminds me how they did Batman Noel, that book.
Yeah,
because he was in that type of atmosphere where it was like snowy and all that. That's cold blooded though, man.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
So cold-blooded is the next level. So there's
that's
cold and then cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded is like it's right underneath off the chain.
So I'm not gonna overuse cold-blooded. I'm just gonna be like cold, but when it's crazy, then I'm gonna say cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded, yeah.
Gotcha.
This one I had that's the one that I asked Damon to give me real quick because I needed that one.
That's dope.
That's a dope piece right there. In hand, it's ridiculous.
Kylo Ren had so much potential that they just anyway. That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother for real. That's a whole nother stream.
Yeah. Kobe. So
Kobe.
if Jordan is the GOAT, then what is
Kobe's the legend.
Kobe? The legend.
Yeah.
Kobe's notable.
Notable. He made an impact.
What was the inspiration behind these playing cards?
These cards were actually it's a guy in Singapore who's a huge collector, and he said, "Man, why don't you do some cards? I would love to see your art on cards." And I always like playing cards, particularly when they got creative with the suits and the face cards. So I used the Greek pantheon, and I just decided to go crazy with it. And we did a Kickstarter. And I actually pulled the Kickstarter because the same fellow reached out to me and said that they wanted to, his collection society wanted to commission a series. And so I decided not to do them as cards so that I could release them as one-of-a-kinds. Mm-hmm. And so limited edition necessities actually at a larger scale at 14 by 20. And they're gonna have 3D effects on them and all kind of stuff. So but they're out there for people to see, and then we basically have a whole booth that's dedicated to those.
Congrats, Fatal.
We just hit 500, y'all. 500.
Congrats.
Let's go. Congrats, Fatal.
All right, hold on. Let's go. We didn't hit 500. Yeah, boy. That's funny.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. 500. Never thought I'd be able to get there. So we're gonna have a giveaway next week. We'll have a giveaway next week. And if we hit 500 in the chat, in the KoolNerdz Lounge, that's going to be $100 in gift cards, a $50 gift card, and two $25 gift cards to Side Show, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all very much. This is Dante talking. Give them that broken bone flow. Go on somewhere, man. Bum, 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 bum. Now tell me what you're gonna do. So yeah, if we $491 in the KoolNerdz Lounge, 500 here. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much. I love this piece.
Oh yeah, that one's nice. That one was really nice.
I know you got this one.
Yeah, I got that one definitely. That one blew my mind when I first saw it in there. I was like, "What?" That one's killer right there.
Absolutely, it is.
So are all these prints like different prices depending on the character, or are they just you got one flat price for the size? Or
yeah, I got right now we have one flat price, and so right now all of the prints are an 18 by 28 premium paper, and so they're large. We don't do smaller prints anymore. The collectability obviously is not augmented by the size, given that it takes up a lot more space. But we also curate the collection. So the exclusive model is going to basically kind of hone in on the hardcore collectors. and those folks that don't have the excuse of wall space to not collect. And so the average price is $30 to $40, and we often have a twofer. So and you're able to get those on a limited basis, because everything I do from late last year till now is going to be available only at events. And so no online purchasing. We won't have any format to purchase unless you've already visited us. And once you visit us, you can get a card. Takes me about 6 to 8 hours, by the way, to make one of these, but
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours. Yeah.
I can tell you come on a show like this and you got 40 to 50 people watching, and I don't know, you said you're working on the site. That site was up and running, man. You'd probably be getting sale after sale right now with all these ones that we just showed.
Yeah, yes, and sir. You know what? When the site get back up, we definitely gonna have Damon back on the show if he's willing to come back on and hang out with us, man.
Absolutely. But we will have content on the site that's not available at the events, and then vice versa.
It's like exclusive stuff.
Exclusives, and so the whole point of an exclusive model, if I told you that you had let's say this Maleficent, and I told you there were only going to be in a calendar year maybe 200.
Yeah.
You own one of 200 of them, period, and there'll never be any more. Yeah. And it puts you in an exclusive club. And so when you're able to walk away with that feeling of family, right? It's a pretty special thing. And I think some of the rarity is not only an attractive point, but there's really no other reason to collect other than the fact that it's not something everyone can have. And so
say that again. He talking our language.
Hey Bowie, real quick, let's say you finished that run and it was super popular
to have some rare.
And then you be like, you know what? People been saying they want it in red. Same thing, but just want the red collar and the red thing under. Would you come out with a variant like 2-3 years later, maybe 8 years later?
Yeah, well,
it's making a lot of money and everybody want it. A lot of money. You could put 2 kids through college with the money this thing's making. If you do the red one, even more.
You messing it up, Crippler, because you done said he could make millions of dollars. Like,
why do you think they do it? Because they could make.
That's called.
I knew he was going to start going down this road.
I would say the process needs to be a little more organic than that. And it would probably sound disingenuous for me to say that I don't want the millions of dollars, but I've been thrown potential to do jobs that could be pretty lucrative that I personally won't do because it's just not it's not in me to do it. I've been throwing porn and
that's crazy right there,
risque stuff, and it's not me. It's not my wheelhouse. It's not something that I'm subject to, so I just won't do it, and for any amount of money. So, but there's a thing of variance. I get that, but then the question is, whether it's a variant for to necessitate cashing in, or is it organic? And so I feel it, and if I don't feel it, I'll be good with the money from the purple.
Yeah. But that red is your favorite color, so if you get that red, you're gonna feel it because you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
I feel this red in my soul.
So did somebody ever ask you to do something that you wouldn't do for whatever reason?
Yeah, I get all kind of stuff that
some weird stuff.
Oh yeah, I can't say it on
you don't know half the stuff Fade will have this dude draw for him, dude. I seen a little bit of it. We won't talk about it though, Fade. That's between us. That's some crazy shit, dude. No, it's different than the family stuff.
Man, he making up stuff, y'all.
Weird animals and stuff.
Hey, Gabe, you just gave me opportunity.
Oh no.
Don't believe the hype.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play the one where you tell him to sit his ass down.
Sit your ass down.
You want me to do that to him?
You know I gotta get one a show at least.
You know what? We haven't done it all show. So for Crippler and all the mess he trying to start.
Sit your ass down.
It's my favorite.
Thank you. I deserve that. That Vader is sick.
Darth Vader. Ooh, that's nice.
I can see that Darth Vader behind the Mythos Darth Vader statue.
Yeah, now we get into some of the newer stuff here, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my character. I want to see you know who.
Now somebody asked for this.
Mr. Al Simmons himself.
Somebody asked for this, and there you go. Somebody was in the chat asking for do you have Moon Knight? And there you have it. There you have it, man. Crippler. I will keep it moving.
Get that thing off this. It's a beautiful rendition, but it has a lot of meaning.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, I think.
There we go. Dante.
Bruce.
Dante, there you go, man. You should be over here watching us on YouTube, Dante, but it is what it is. I don't even think Dante subbed to the channel. This man a cool nerd.
There's your one sub. When you were one sub away, he could have just like, boop.
I love this, man.
That's dope.
I love this. I have it.
I would like the Bride and Bruce Lee, like sort of what inspired them. Like if somebody did a Bruce Lee and the Bride from Kill Bill in the same suit.
Rocketeer, that was nice.
Oh, what is that?
This looked like a play on Spawn, but I don't want to.
No, that's the that's my interpretation of the Mask of the Red Death. My favorite author is Edgar Allan Poe, and the Mask of the Red Death. If y'all have never read it, y'all might. It's a quick read. It's a real menacing story, but I always visualize what he might look like, and that's what I came up with.
You mentioned you like stuff that's just interesting. Like as soon as you see it, that was one of them. You know, you want to know more about it just from the image. Yeah, that right there is crazy.
That one is ridiculous.
Pairs with that Harley we seen earlier. Really well.
Yeah, that would go good together.
There's Beyond again. Dope, so dope.
This was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, you picked that one at the con. You picked it up.
Oh yeah, wasn't this an exclusive? Then you have like a exclusive size on this one.
Yeah, the John Wick, that one, and I think the Last Ronin was.
Yeah, you did the Last Ronin. Yep.
This was the John Wick, right?
I got that one too.
Slide back real quick, Fader. It looked like when it slid in, it looked like Donatello was gonna get shot in the head. Like,
oh yeah.
It's like wow.
Yeah, because it's got that same cathedral type window. Yeah.
Look at that. That's dope. Man.
John Wick would take all four of them out though.
Oh, cool.
Look at that.
That's really cool.
Just chilling.
The Mythos playing deck. Yeah, I like that flash. This is cold, man. Ooh. It's so raw.
Look at that one. Oh man, in color, bro. That's
X-Men exclusives.
I like that.
This looks cool.
Yeah, this is nice.
Storm.
Yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Welcome to the dark side.
It seems like you got the OGs there, and Kylo Ren just photobombing. Like, man, could I be down with you? I was like, no.
That's pretty much his character. Can I be down?
I know.
He's probably my least favorite character out of like anything Star Wars. I think he's such a crybaby.
I do like him. I do like him though. I do like him.
He was cool to me until he took off his mask.
When he
cool
took the mask off.
until
I was like, what is
writing
this?
kicked in. Like the visual, the silhouette, the presence was all there.
When he took
and
off
then he
his
started
mask,
crying.
When he took off his mask, I wanted to play that "Sit Your Ass Down."
Yeah, that shadow was dope. Dr. Strange.
That was nice.
Yeah, Duck Rogers. Kylo really thinks he's part of the club.
Is this you ever draw any Heisei? Is that how you say that?
Yeah. No. I'm slowly warming up to Godzilla just as a subject matter. And it's something that's in the future though. I definitely want to explore that.
Hey, there you go. X-Men exclusives. There you go.
That
right.
was nice.
This is dope. Actually, the person who plays, let me see. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be a C2E2 real quick. For the X-Men, you're gonna have Allison Seeley Smith. She voiced over Storm. Cal Dodd Wolverine. Chris Potter. He Gambit. Catherine Disher Jean Grey. George Buza Beast, and Lenore Zan Rogue. They're
All
gonna
of
be
them
a
the
C2E2.
original, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be a C2E2. So I'm thinking about getting the autos from them. Might do it on their print. That'd be kind of cool.
That definitely would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I got this.
I meant to say in the beginning we were going fast, but that Robin you did without Green was very interesting. I never seen him drawn like that. He looked dope. I'm like,
thank you.
Skeletor.
The funniest villain in the cartoon.
I'm just thinking about the hours that have went into all this artwork. It's
Blade.
It is Darth Rashid's Blade.
And there we have it, Rashid. Blade.
Oh man, that's good to know. X-Men exclusive. Sorry to hear about the Cyclops voice actor though.
That's dope.
He passed away.
X-Men exclusive got a comment there for now. So all of them alive except for Cyclops' voice actor.
Hey man, that would have been nice. I'm probably gonna do the photo op with them. Me and my uncle. If he want to split the money with me, we can do it together. But he be on some. He be trying to be cheap with me, man. Hey, Unc be protected.
I don't like photo ops. I like autos. That's why.
I like photos and autos. It completes the experience. But I like that. Oh yeah,
that one's dope.
Mike. Yeah. This is some of the newer horror stuff.
I like that. He looked like he's posing for his album cover right there. Like, yeah, come see me. Michael Myers, baby. 2023. Jason.
I love this.
That was dope. Coming out of Camp Crystal Lake like a boss. Freddy would destroy all of these dudes. I said it.
Oh.
Iron Man.
That Iron Man does look cool.
Yeah, this Magneto is dope.
Oh, that's classic right there.
Look at that, man.
That's it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna have to pick this one up this year.
Yeah, that's a pickup. Pick up or pass.
That movie was better than Quantumania. I said it.
There go to Ronan.
Yeah, I want to pick this one up. I don't think I got this one, Ronan.
No, I think you do. I think you bought it.
Got this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out. There's a new one coming out at C2E2, in fact.
Oh, okay. I might get that one. That one I think I'm gonna get because I got the two Necronins, so I gotta get that.
You did X-Men with the Sentinels before?
I've done. Actually, it's Sentinel is featured in part, so you can see the decapitated head of a Sentinel in the background of I believe it's a Wolverine picture I did a couple years ago, but not a full Sentinel.
This one cold too.
I like that one.
Blooded. Yeah, this the one right here. To me, this is
I
the
got
best.
that one too.
It's the best John Wick. I love it.
Yeah, that's the latest one. That's the John Wick Blood and Bullets. And the odd thing about this is that the very first one I did, which was the Continental, that one debuted in New York Comic Con, and the backstory is that the guy that is the location scout, Austin Taylor, for the production company that did the John Wick movies, is now the headmaster at my alma mater, and good friend of mine. And I met him in New York for dinner, and he told me he was working on John Wick in New York at the time. And I said, well, that's funny because I have a print that I'm selling, and I need you to check it out. So he came to the show, checked it out, and he bought it, and he asked if he could take one back to the studio, and I said, sure. Well, he wound up giving that to Keanu Reeves, and that spawned a tradition where every year at New York Comic Con I release a new John Wick, and we limit these to 500 in a year, so that's technically 25 per show. The second inaugural release of Volume 2, which was the one you saw with the stained glass windows, the high table, the allocation of those sold out in an hour on a Thursday. And so the allocation for the rest of the year, half of it was eaten up in New York alone. So so a little bit of insight, that's what put me back in the exclusive model. If you make something rare, you're able to pull that back and curate your own return. And so and I want to be prolific in the amount of work I do, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, selling millions of anything, because I'm constantly creating, and I need to make new content. And one of the ways to do that is to get something out, let it run its course, and then pull it back and get something new out. It keeps it fresh for me and for the public.
Yeah, I love that piece, man. Dude.
Y'all see Doom. That's my
Dude.
man's in them right there.
Dude. Look at this.
Yo, the
Yeah,
Sith
buddy.
got to them.
Yeah.
Trained them up.
Nice. Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy O. Hendrix. Oh, that's dope.
Absolutely. I love this.
Batman on
That's dope.
That black and gold. This will pair well with that sideshow piece.
Yep.
Another one of the goat. And baby goat.
Baby goat.
This is Shuri. This is newer, right?
Yeah. That was, I did that for the trading card for the re-release, and the obviously coincides with the Black Panther 2, which I didn't find stand to. She was fairly lightweight, not visually, but the substance in the movie I found ho-hum.
Yeah. I agree with you. We had some heated discussions on this channel about that movie. I still liked it, but I liked the first one.
I liked it, but it's a shadow of the legacy that Chadwick Boseman left behind, and also think they wondered. What's that?
Speak on it. I agree with you.
Yeah, and I think they missed a huge opportunity to do for Mesoamerica what they did for Africa and the subsequent Pride, by not exploiting everything about Neymar and his heritage and that whole Mesoamerica. So if you could have this real vibrant telling of that culture and put it in a perspective, particularly in a movie that literally changed the way people saw people of African descent just a few years ago. I don't know why you wouldn't do that with the Latino community. Alone as a merchandising aspect, but then from the fact that the spillover is that there's an immense swell of pride now that you can instill not only in the younger people but in just a running trend that is that's rampant through Hollywood and in all aspects of social media and other types of media. It was a huge miscue to not take that thing to the next level. And I thought that in as much as he was an anti-hero, which you can totally celebrate the same way they celebrated Killmonger, or his alternate point of view from T'Challa's, they could have curated all of that in one fell swoop, because there's some real grounded social issues around the Latino community, Latino heritage that were totally squandered. And that's my biggest issue with the movie, other than the things that I've already stated. They missed a huge opportunity to do a service to the very people that they pillaged to make up the visage of the Samaritan and his heritage and his background.
Talokan.
Man.
Yeah.
Who? Hit him with that heat.
Leonardo is dope.
Man, this is so dope right here, concept wise.
That's the new Ronin.
That one's dope.
Yeah, we coming up on the
I like that
for the night. I love this.
That is my last Darth Vader. It is that's a labor of love right there.
I like that, like volumetric fog look.
Man, that fog is off the chain.
Well, I like the
way
that,
your color, Sam. This will look great.
I know. Put it like right over with my
the
setup in front of me.
With the lightsaber, and it causes a different, feeling, if you will, about how clean we've seen lightsabers rendered in space. And so I like that. It's actually become a trend with me now. I'm releasing a Darth Revan tomorrow that is going to feature some of the same elements.
You going to put that on the book?
What's that?
You going to put it on Facebook? You going to show it on Facebook?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna share that to the KoolNerdz page, that release of the Darth Revan tomorrow. You heard it here first. Well, maybe
Darth Revan. Wednesday.
Cool. Oh man, my daughter would love that one too. She loves Wednesday.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That little kitty got claws.
I like this card. This is probably my favorite one you ever done.
That's oh, look at that. Red and black stand out.
Love this Harley. And this is the last piece of the night.
Like the dragon shadow in the dragon. Oh, that's dope.
Don't have this one. We'll be getting this one.
Yeah, that's it. And so the last few pieces you show, starting with the Darth Vader, are all exclusives, and you can only get those at the events.
All right.
That means you got to pick me up a few, Vader.
All right. So I'm gonna let y'all look at these a little bit more before I
That's what's up, Beast 51 statue.
I'll buy that Wednesday. I would buy that Wednesday. I got to hit you up, Fatal, so I can get that Wednesday for my daughter.
All right. So is that a con exclusive Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. So
it is? Okay.
Nah, but I can pick it
up.
No,
he can get it for you.
I can pick it up at the con for you.
Okay. I'll send you the. Yeah,
then I can ship it. I got some extra tubes around here, man. So I can ship it to you in a tube, man. But
Yeah, she loves Wednesday.
That's what the community is all about, man. We help each other, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at this Wednesday real quick. Hurry up. Look at this. You like that? Yeah. Yep. Smiling again, ear to ear.
That's a definite cop.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm getting that.
And,
yeah, that Darth Vader is coming home. The bleach.
Oh yeah, you already know what it is.
I like that Vader, the last Vader.
So
you know how we do, Fatal. We you know how we do.
And Beast 51 says it was an absolute pleasure seeing all of your work.
Thank you, my brother.
No doubt. Definitely I want to give some final words and tell everybody where you're gonna be coming up for the cons this year, Damon.
Oh man, we got a year, man. Next week I'll be in Seattle at Emerald City Comic Con. After that, Madison, Wisconsin. From there to Kansas City for Planet Comic Con, over to Lexington Toy and Comic Con, back over to C2E2. From C2E2, I might get to sleep in my own bed the next week, but when we kick back up in April, it's nonstop, literally nonstop. I don't have a weekend off until November. Thanksgiving. So we're making appearances all over. We're going to back to Puerto Rico this year.
Nice.
Fairbanks, Alaska. Not venturing back into Canada just yet. The exchange rate is still too low. But it'll be nonstop, and I don't believe any two shows will be the same. I'm being that prolific in the amount of work I produce. So as I do it and it's coming out new, something's coming off the board to make room for something new. Because I'm as excited about that process as anyone who wants to see and have access to the artwork. So it's going to be a banner but busy year.
Absolutely. So we supposed to take you out for a steak. Damon likes a good steak. Am I right?
Yeah, that would be on trend.
So I think we owe me and Unc owe you a steak, man. Because
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Damon is a very good brother. I stopped eating red meat last year, so no steak for me. But we gonna take Damon out for a steak when he comes to Chicago or C2E2, because I'm going all 3 days. I'm already putting my time in for work, man. So it's one last thing. Oh, go ahead, Damon.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. I want to show y'all something real fast before I get off here, because I said I was gonna make a quick announcement. I want to pull up this picture right quick. So we have hit our 500, and so next Monday we gonna talk some movie talk, and we giving out 2 gift cards. If the KoolNerdz Lounge Facebook page hits 500, then I'm giving out a $50 and 2 $25. So we gonna have those giveaways, spinning wheel style. So you have to be here from beginning to end. You got to like the video. You got to be in the chat. You got to comment so I know who here. Take the list down, and then we're going to get those 3 winners. So for the 1,000 sub giveaway, I'm giving away this DC Direct Batman versus Harley Quinn diorama. So this is what we're giving out. Also, my man Das Rashid has pledged to put to give away a Colossus statue from Kotobukiya. And I think my uncle is giving an art print away. So for 1,000 subs, we got a few giveaways that's gonna happen.
Cool.
The only difference with this this giveaway, I want y'all to be tuning in to the videos, commenting in the like the videos that I release, not just the lives, but after it uploads. So like and comment on it, because I'm gonna do a comment generator. And I don't know which video I'm going to pick, but it'll be random. And that's how we're going to pick the winner for the first prize. The second prize will be people that's in the chat that night, and as well as the third prize. So that's how we're going to do the 3 prizes. One is going to be
4 prizes, son. I got to step my game up too.
Crippler.
Oh, Crippler's coming in on there. 4 prizes.
I cannot not have a prize.
Let's
for
go.
The peoples?
So
for the peoples? I got him.
Peoples. Oh, he is.
I'll announce what it is once I put some more dot into it, but it'll be nice.
All right. So that's going to be 4 prizes when we get to 1,000 subs, man. Brought to you by the KoolNerdz Lounge, my boys, my homies, man, and Fatal the Collector, man. So, yeah, this is going to be the giveaway. So you have to go, comment on all my videos, like them or whatever. So the more comments, the more videos you like all the way through. I'm gonna pick a random video. That'll be prize number 1. Prize number 2 will be in the chat. We're gonna do a spinning wheel. Same thing with prize number 3 and 4. So
5 prizes. Look at X-Men exclusive.
5 prizes. Omnibus. Man, the community something else, man. You know what I'm saying? I done made friends from Chi-Town all the way to Thailand, man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it very, very much, man. This is a beautiful thing when all of us grown nerds can come together and converse about what we like. We don't hang out late. We ain't out here partying and drinking with women. We look, hey,
speak for yourself. Right after this, I'm going out partying.
I'm drinking right
some
now.
Women. Straight up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm married. I'm going right to bed for work tomorrow.
So,
I was about to say,
y'all know how to do it. Y'all hear me? Man, it's been another episode of KoolNerdz Lounge, man. And I really appreciate y'all being with us tonight. Tonight we had the world-renowned great artist and my friend Damon Bowie in the building. Appreciate you being here with us, brother, showing your art to the world. I'm pretty sure people gonna be blowing me up, blowing you up. But hey, y'all need to come to C2E2 March 31st to April 2nd, Chi-Town, and you can meet the man in person and you can purchase art and he signs it right there, man. So y'all come on out, man. It's been a lovely time. Thank you and God bless everybody for that 500 subscribers, man. I didn't think I was gonna get here, but I got here. Now we got to get my man Collector's Table to that same feat, and he's close. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Push through the algorithm and get that man through there, man. So you know what it is. It's your man Fatal. This is KoolNerdz Lounge. Yeah. Yeah, and it's fun, and y'all know how I always end it. With a God bless.
It's Fatal the Collector.
Statue reviews and lectures, giveaways and raffles that'll leave our followers baffled. Got fooling and got loving with new reviews up in the oven.
So press like, comment, and go ahead get the subbing.
Collecting is a hobby, we do not making an idol, but on this channel we gon' bring the heat.
That'll let us compete with our rivals.
Tours and conversation in this KoolNerdz nation. So sit back, relax, and let us take you on a convention vacation.
From conversation to cosplay, MCU, DCU.
We got everything for you.
Batman is my favorite, DC.
Marvel is Black Panther, R.I.P. Chad B.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, in any kind of weather. We collecting forever.
Just like, comment, and subscribe to Fatal the Collector.